Hello everyone, this is me, Debosmita Sarkar. So, today we will be going to start with a new topic which is yes, it is International Yoga Day. We all know that tomorrow, which is 21st June 2020, International Yoga Day is held. So, today we will look into this topic. So, at first, let us know the definition of Yoga Day. The International Yoga Day of the International Day of Yoga has been celebrated annually on 21st June since 2015, following its inception in the United Nations General Assembly in 2014. Yoga is a physical, mental, and spiritual practice which originated in India. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his UN address, suggested the date of 21st June as it is the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere and shares a special significance in many parts of the world. The first International Day of Yoga created a record for the largest yoga class and another for the largest number of participating nationalities. Sorry for that call. So now we will continue. Origin of Yoga Day. The idea of International Day of Yoga was first proposed by the current Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, during his speech at UNGA on 27th September 2014. He stated that yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well being. It is not about exercise but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and the nature by changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness. It can help in well being. Let us work towards adopting an International Yoga Day. This line or this paragraph is said by Narendra Damodar Modi, the current Prime Minister of India, in UN General Assembly. Following this initial proposal, the UNGA held informal consultation on the draft resolution entitled International Day of Yoga or Yoga Day on 14th October 2014. The consultation were convened by the delegation of India. In 2015, Reserve Bank of India issued a 10 rupees commemorative coin to mark the International Day of Yoga. Now we will know the UN Declaration. On 11th December 2014, India's permanent representative Ashok Mukherjee introduced the draft resolution in the United Nations General Assembly. The draft text received broad support from 177 member states who sponsored the text, which was adopted without a vote. This initiative found support from many global leaders. A total of 177 nations co sponsored the resolution, which is the highest number of co sponsors ever for any UNGA resolution of such nature. When proposing 21st June as the date, Modi said that the date was the longest day of the year in Mars northern hemisphere, shortest in the southern hemisphere, having special significance in many parts of the world. From the perspective of yoga, the summer solstice marks the transition to Dakshinaya. The second full moon after summer solstice is known as Guru Purnima. Shiva, the first yogi, Adi Yogi, is said to have begun imparting the knowledge of yoga to the rest of the mankind on this day and become the first Guru, Adi Guru. Following the adoption of the UN resolution, several leaders of the spiritual movement in India voiced their support for the initiative. The founder of Isha Foundation, Sadhguru, stated that this could be a kind of foundation stone to make scientific approach to the inner well-being of the human being a worldwide thing. It's a tremendous step for the world. The founder of Art of Living, Ravi Shankar, lauded the efforts of Modi, saying that it is very difficult for any philosophy, religion, or culture to survive without state patronage. Yoga has existed so far almost like an orphan. Now, official recognition by the UN would further spread the benefit of the yoga to the entire world. In practice, the first International Day of Yoga was observed around the world on 21st June 2015. The Ministry of Ayush made the necessary arrangements in India. 35,985 people, including PM Modi and dignitaries from 85 nations, performed 21 asanas, yoga postures, for 35 minutes at Rajpath in New Delhi, becoming the largest yoga class ever held and with the largest number 84 of participating nationalities, and for the largest number of participating nationalities, which is 84 nations. Similar days have been held in cities in India and around the world each year since then. Reception. An Associated Press report in 2015 noted that the first International Yoga Day involved millions of yoga enthusiasts who stretched and twisted, as well as Modi and members of his cabinets. It stated that the main road in Delhi had become an exercise area for the occasion. Reported that while Modi was speaking of peace and harmony, some people in India thought the promotion of yoga was a partisan Hindu operation. It reported that a sequence of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, was dropped because Muslims objected to the implication that the sun was the Hindu god was the Hindu god of the sun, Surya. The chanting of the Hindu sacred syllable Om was also dropped. Others considered that the money spent on the event might have been better spent on cleaning Delhi's street. The Christian the Christian Science Monitor wrote in 2016 that the 2014 United Nations resolution had been widely popular, but noted that the yoga had a meditative component and had always known as not only a form of physical exercise but also a mental and spiritual practice. It gave us evidence in 2015 sermon by Pope Francis cautioning Roman Catholics about the idea that yoga could be a path to God, it noted too that Modi had replied to the charge of the day was intended to promote Hinduism with the world. Yoga is not about the other life, therefore, it is not a religious practice. The week stated in 2015 that the government of India's purpose in holding international days of yoga was to have yoga recognized around the world as India's cultural property. Citing India's Minister of Yoga, Shripad Yeso Naik, as stating that we are trying to establish to the world that it ours. The week wrote that this was not likely to succeed, one not least because many types of yoga were already being practiced in the Western world. The article noted that Christian evangelists agreed that with the Indian government that yoga was primarily a Hindu spiritual practice, but quoted the scholar of religion and Glegg as saying that most Western yoga was markedly changed by being in the West and was devoid of religious content. The ironical, agreeing views of strongly religious Hindus and Christians were historical flawed. So, with this, we came to the last slide of this PPT. So, thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Bye bye. Stay home. Stay safe.